Hey everybody, Pastor Scott here. It's April 27th, 2020, and it's been about a month since my last video posting updating you on the coronavirus response at Atonement Lutheran Church. So I wanted to catch you up on where things are. First off, we have a new letter that you can read by going to the website and downloading it, or just click here for the latest on the coronavirus response, and it'll say April 26, 2020 update. So that's the latest letter. The previous one was from March 30th. So things have slowed down a little bit in dealing with this crisis. We've kind of leveled off and figured out what precautions we need to take, and people are settling in a little bit. We are starting to get a little tired. The novelty's worn off of this situation, so we're hoping things will be able to change, but we're waiting right now for signs of that to happen. But we want to fill you in on what's going on. First of all, in this letter, it tells that we are meeting every week through a Zoom meeting, our coronavirus task force, and every week there's a lot to discuss. These meetings, the last one was over 2 hours, so we're trying to look at all the aspects of things going on at the church that need to be covered, and many of those things are going well. Most of them, almost all of them, but there are always a few things that we need to adjust. For instance, we're trying to heighten security at the church. We noticed that on one of our cameras we saw somebody who was kind of sneaking around at night, and the police actually pulled up, and there was some contact there. So things are going on. People are monitoring things. Repairs are still in the works. All kinds of things are happening, but they're happening pretty slowly right now compared to the way they were happening a month ago. So we're meeting on Zoom. It's an app for your phone or for your laptop, which allows multiple people to be in a conversation, and you can see them just like you're seeing me on this video, and talk back and forth. We actually have a number of groups at the church that are meeting using our Zoom app. One is the Women's Bible Study on Tuesdays. Our confirmation class is continuing to run on Zoom. Worship and Music has had meetings. Stephen Ministry is having a meeting coming Tuesday. Our stream team, the people who put together the videos for the Sunday services, we meet on Wednesdays and go over where we're at with everything. And there are other groups as well that are using Zoom. So it's a great blessing for us. It's helping us function and continuing to do ministry. I want to also let you know that the date that we established, and has been in all our letters that we've sent out, May 12th, which came from the CDC. That was their original 8-week timeline, and things are going to be reevaluated after 8 weeks. It's getting close. We're only about 2 weeks out right now. So in the next 2 weeks, we have some big decisions to make, and we're going to have to keep our ears open and see what comes from the CDC and the Department of Health, from the state and local and national guidelines that we've been trying to follow as closely as possible. So we will be listening for that. Right now, we have no new dates to give you. We can't say when we are going to be opening the church, but we can tell you that we've already discussed ways that might happen. Our expectation is that when we do reopen, it's not going to be the old normal. It's going to be a new normal. It's going to be something different. We're probably not all going to be able to meet together at one time during the week. We'll probably have to do something like split up worship services or something like that. And that transition may happen and have to be maintained possibly for quite a while. So we're taking it slow, we're taking it easy, we can't make any promises. Just so you know, we are discussing this, and it's being looked at, and various resources are being looked at. We understand that the Synod and the National Church are combining forces, putting together some kind of document that will help churches like ours take next steps when the time comes that we can start reopening. We're anxious to do it, just like many of you have expressed to us that you long to be back together. We long to have that happen as well, and we just want to make sure it's done properly and safely so that we are not doing anything to help spread this virus. The letter goes on and talks about the church office, and Mary Beth has been working regular hours from home. Last time we met here, I told you that she was checking the office phone every hour, listening to messages. That has changed. She is now having the messages directly come to her phone. So if you call during our office hours, Monday through Friday from 10 to 3, don't be surprised if she picks right up and talks to you. It doesn't mean she's at the office. She's at her home still doing the work. Which reminds me, please continue to not go to the church expecting to find somebody in the office or find somebody at the church at all. Once in a while, there will be cleaners and repair people. Our stream team will come once every 2 weeks or so to record. Maybe somebody's there upgrading the security. We've been putting in some new cameras and some new alarms, things like that. But outside of that and the landscaping people, things like that, you will not see somebody at church besides our food pantry people. So please don't slip documents under the door, particularly checks and things like that, because we can't guarantee that they won't get stepped on or lost somehow. So please make sure for purposes of sharing your offerings and things like that, that they get mailed in. And you can mail them to the church address, but they are being forwarded now to Carol Rothgeb, our treasurer's home in Zephyr Hills. So if you would like to get them directly to her, you can actually just send your envelope right to her. And it'll save probably about 3 days of forwarding back and forth through the mail. So her address is Carol Rothgeb, 6773 Basswood Circle, Zephyr Hills, Florida, 33542. That's Carol Rothgeb, 6773 Basswood Circle, Zephyr Hills, Florida, 33542. She's also very enthusiastic about this new giving option that's available online called Give Plus. If you haven't checked it out, if you go to the donate page on the website, the Ways to Help page, there's a link there to it. It's an app you download onto your phone, and through that app, you can give offerings, either a one-time offering or a offering that is recurring. People have asked about, is there a charge for that? Using it for our church, the church itself pays a fee. It's a minimal fee, a nominal fee, and Carol has stressed that it's a lot cheaper for us to use that than PayPal, which we're going to continue using because people from outside the church can make donations that way much easier. But the Give Plus is better financially because the entirety of your offering comes to us. We end up paying a fee, but all of the money that you give through it will come to us no matter what. With PayPal, they take out a small cut. So please keep that in mind. That is the preferred option for online giving. Although if you do like PayPal or you want to do Simply Giving for recurring giving, you're certainly welcome to do that. And Simply Giving is what my wife and I do and have done for many years. Church services are being live streamed 10 o'clock on Sundays, and we hope you all are tuning into those. There are 3 ways to access it now. There's the live stream feed through the website. When you click on the button there, it takes you to churchworldmedia.com, and there's a screen there, and there's a little chat room. And what we're asking everybody to do is sign in with your name, but also tell us how many people are in your household. And that helps us as we are counting, because just like the ushers going around during a service, we need to keep account of attendance during this time where we're live streaming. The National Church wants to know what your average church attendance is. So this will allow us to be more accurate in that. So we appreciate you giving us that information as you're watching, but also use the chat room to chat back and forth with people and say hi. And it's wonderful to see people's reactions and encouragement, and they pray for each other and give each other strength in real time as the service is going by. Also, we've got daily devotions that we're putting out. If you've gone to the blog on the website, maybe you've seen Rebecca Parker's excellent devotions that she's doing from Christ in Our Home. I've also been putting up a psalm every day, so those are available for everybody. Helping Hands Food Pantry, we're very excited. Our target date is May 6th for reopening. That means it's not going to be quite the way it was before. We're going to be doing it with a smaller group of people and maintaining social distancing guidelines all the way through. But we are hoping to be at the point where we can serve the people from our community. We've had a lot of calls, many calls, many new people who are now either out of work or they're food insecure, as they call it, in some way, and need the help. So we also need to continue asking you and the community for donations. We've got enough food for this 1 week, but beyond that, we're going to have to keep bringing in donations at a higher rate than we have in the past, partly because, number one, we're not getting as much through the regular routes. Feeding America drop-offs are not as plentiful as they used to be. And frankly, the fact that the U.S. Postal Service has postponed the big food drive in May. Normally the second week of May, we get a lot of food, usually like 20,000 pounds of food. We're not going to have that to fall back on. That usually keeps us running all through the summer. So we're going to need constant donations, and the community has been stepping up. I hear like every day the food pantry people come to the church and open up that box that's on the side of the church, the drop-off box, that it's nearly full of food every single day. So that's wonderful. We need that to continue. But we also need some monetary donations now, because we're going to have to start buying more food, more than we have in the past, to sustain this. And I know when we closed the food pantry, we were up by about 50 families from our normal number. And, that was just at the start of this crisis. We've had many new families who have called and asked Mary Beth about when's the food pantry going to start again, and we're expecting a lot of need. So please get the word out, and we appreciate any kind of help with food donations or monetary donations to Helping Hands at this time. We want to thank Jan Gurley and the Christian Ed Department and the Child of God families for doing a scavenger hunt, and they're going to be running around looking for food to bring on May 2nd. And so we thank them and all the workers who are going to be there on May 2nd to collect it. Our Safety and Security Committee will be meeting soon. Maybe you saw the post on the blog by Charles Westbrook called "My Long Lost Relative is a Nigerian Prince." It's got some interesting facts and information about scams that are going on during this time. Unfortunately, when people are most vulnerable and dealing with a crisis is when a lot of bad actors start to move in and take advantage of people. So there's some good information there. Check it out. The blog is by Charles Westbrook. My Long Lost Relative is a Nigerian Prince, and it's on our blog. Well, thank you for joining me for this time. If you've got questions, you can email me. You can talk to Mary Beth in the office, and we'll try to respond to them. like I say, as far as reopening, we just don't have a lot of info right now on where we're at. We're relying on the authorities, the CDC and the Department of Health, to give us more guidelines. We're listening to our synod, and they're just saying right now is the time to stay put and not jump the gun with anything. So we are being cautious, but at the same time doing what we can to keep our ministries running. So we ask your prayers, and we ask that you continue to worship with us, and I hope you're all feeling still a part of your church family here at Atonement. Please keep in prayer the Stripe family. Jerry Stripe passed away on Saturday, so please pray for his wife Kathy. And please also pray for the Young family, who are welcomed into the world a little girl, Penelope Faith Young. What a nice name. Penelope Faith Young was born also Saturday. April 25th was 5 pounds, 12 ounces. So we wish Cassie and the Lentz family just all the joy in the world at this new life. And we're looking forward to a baptism as soon as we can do one. So God bless you all. Thank you for your support, your encouragement. Please, please stay healthy, stay faithful and hopeful, and one day soon we will be back together. God bless you. Have a good day.